A single drop of blood hits polished marble. The sound echoes like thunder through a silent hall. In the flickering torchlight of a royal library, an emperor slips on stone steps. His body tumbles. His head strikes the edge with a sickening crack. Moments later, the Mughal Empire has no ruler, and a 13-year-old boy who cannot read or write suddenly wears its crown. This is not a fairy tale. This is the true story of Akbar. A boy born in exile, raised without books, who would forge one of history's most dazzling empires through sheer vision and courage. A ruler who stared into the abyss of religious hatred and chose to build bridges where others built walls. Stay with me as we step into the dust-choked battlefields, fragrant palace gardens, and thunderous halls of debate that defined his astonishing life. The year is 1542. Across the rugged plains of Sindh, a small caravan moves under a merciless sun. Camels groan. Armed riders scan the horizon for enemies. In a modest tent, a baby's cry pierces the dry air. Humayun, the displaced Mughal emperor, holds his newborn son with trembling hands. Defeated by the warrior Sher Shah Suri, Humayun has lost his throne, his army, and nearly his life. Yet in this moment of despair, he breaks open a vial of precious musk. Its sweet, haunting scent drifts through the tent as he whispers a prophecy: the fame of this child will spread like perfume across the world. Young Akbar grows up rootless. Passed between guardians, separated from his parents, he roams the harsh landscapes of Persia and northern India. No classrooms. No tutors with books. Historians believe dyslexia made letters dance mockingly on any page. While other princes memorized verses, Akbar learned by listening, absorbing the cadence of soldiers' stories, the wisdom of traveling poets, and the quiet lessons of survival. His mind became a vast, living library. January 1556. Agra's cold morning air carries the metallic smell of blood and incense. Humayun is dead. 13-year-old Akbar stands before the court, his small frame swallowed by heavy robes of state. Enemies circle like vultures. Many expect the boy to fall within weeks. But Akbar possesses something sharper than any sword, an extraordinary memory and an insatiable hunger to understand. He leans on the brilliant General Bairam Khan. Together they ride toward destiny. The plains of Panipat shake under thousands of hooves and war elephants. Dust clouds choke the sky. War cries split the air. When the Mughal forces emerge victorious, the boy emperor secures his throne. Yet victory tastes bittersweet. Akbar knows battles alone cannot hold an empire together. The real war brews in the hearts of millions who feel like strangers in their own land. Picture northern India in the 16th century, a tapestry of vibrant Hindu temples beside rising mosque domes. The air hums with temple bells and the call to prayer. Yet beneath this beauty simmers resentment. Muslim rulers have long imposed the jizya tax on non-Muslims. Some temples lie in ruins. Hindu warriors chafe under exclusion. Akbar rides through villages where fear hangs heavier than monsoon clouds. He watches families torn by faith, kingdoms locked in endless cycles of revenge. Late at night in his tent, candlelight dancing on his face, the young emperor asks the question that will redefine history: why must people who share the same sky remain divided by how they pray? The answer he chooses will cost him allies, challenge centuries of tradition, and demand more courage than any battlefield. Rajasthan, 1562. Towering forts of golden stone rise against the desert sky. Here live the proud Rajput warriors, fierce guardians of honor who would rather die than kneel. One ruler, Raja Barmal of Amber, sees a different path. Facing threats from rival kingdoms, he offers his daughter in marriage to Akbar. The princess, known to history as Jodha Bai or Mariam-uz-Zamani, enters the Mughal court with her faith, her customs, and her dignity intact. In a ceremony heavy with jasmine and rose petals, two worlds meet. Akbar does the unthinkable: he builds a Hindu temple within the palace walls so his wife can worship freely. He refuses to demand conversion. Instead, He listens to her stories, respects her traditions, and begins to see the humanity shining through every faith. This single union sends shockwaves across India. Some whisper betrayal. Others sense hope. For Akbar, it is only the first step towards something far greater. Emboldened, Akbar takes decisive action. He abolishes the jizya tax. Hindu scholars, warriors, and administrators rise to positions of genuine power. Rajput kings, once bitter enemies, begin pledging loyalty, not out of fear, but respect. In the royal workshops, artists blend Persian miniatures with Indian motifs. Musicians weave Hindu ragas with Persian melodies. The empire begins to breathe as one. Yet the greatest experiment still awaits. Akbar orders the construction of the Ibadat Khana, a grand hall of worship where Muslim ulama, Hindu pundits, Christian priests, Jain monks, and Buddhist scholars gather under one roof. Night after night, lanterns glow as passionate debates fill the air. Akbar sits among them, listening intently, asking piercing questions, seeking truth beyond dogma. On a hilltop in northern India rises Fatehpur Sikri, Akbar's dream carved in red sandstone. Palaces with intricate jolly screens filter golden sunlight. Courtyards echo with laughter and scholarly discussion. Gardens burst with color and the scent of blooming flowers. This new capital becomes the beating heart of an empire that controls nearly a quarter of the world's wealth and more people than all of Europe combined. Under Akbar's gaze, miniature paintings achieve breathtaking beauty. Poetry flourishes in multiple languages. Trade routes hum with caravans carrying spices, silks, and ideas. A boy who once could not read a single line now presides over a cultural renaissance that dazzles the known world. But greatness exacts a personal price. In the later years, dark clouds gather inside the palace. Akbar's son Prince Salim rebels, driven by impatience and court intrigues. Father and son clash in a heartbreaking betrayal that shatters the emperor's spirit. Reconciliation comes slowly, painfully, leaving scars that never fully heal. Through personal grief and political storms, Akbar continues guiding his empire with wisdom earned through suffering. He has learned that true strength lies not in perfection, but in perseverance and the courage to forgive. As the years pass, Akbar's health fades. On October 27, 1605, at age 63, he passes from this world. His tomb at Sikandra stands as a final masterpiece, red sandstone adorned with Quranic verses alongside Hindu lotus symbols. Even in death, he remains a bridge. The empire he strengthened endures for generations. His policies of religious tolerance echo through centuries, influencing the very foundations of modern India's secular democracy. Art, architecture, and culture born in his reign continue to inspire millions. Today, when sunlight filters through the silent courtyards of Fatehpur Sikri or when temple bells ring beside mosque calls to prayer, Akbar's spirit lingers. He proved that an illiterate boy could become one of history's wisest rulers, not by force, but by choosing understanding over fear, curiosity over dogma, and unity over division. What would our world look like if more leaders followed his example? What bridges could we still build today if we dared to listen as deeply as he did? Akbar's story reminds us that greatness is not born from flawless beginnings, but from relentless courage to imagine something better. A boy who could not read wrote his name across history with actions that still resonate. Which moment in Akbar's journey moved you most deeply? The desperate birth in exile? The bold marriage that joined faiths? Or the quiet power of listening in the hall of debate? Share your thoughts below. History lives when we keep telling these stories. Until the next journey through time, keep listening, keep questioning, and keep building bridges of your own.